On the road all the time, we're gonna trying to get some time to spare. Yup, it's your man EddyEd the Duke.
Hey folks, welcome back today. It is Dialogue with you guys today, and welcome back to the Holy Duo channel. And before I even forget, let me say this right now. We're just two guys having a conversation. We're not professionals in any way, shape, or form. We're just discussing topics, and I'm done.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to another episode 32 of the Holy Duo podcast. I welcome you guys that's listening to us on the audio platforms. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you rate us. Give us 5 stars and all that good stuff. Share, and stay tuned for the next upcoming episodes. And for those who are on the YouTube page, thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, especially if you're new. Don't be watching and not subscribe, man. We see you. We see y'all out here, man. I'm calling y'all out. Subscribe to us, turn on post notifications.
I would even say subscribe just to unsubscribe. You know what I mean? Like, make us feel the pain.
Yeah, man. And share our content on Facebook, all social media platforms that you have, man. Get us out there. Show your friends, your auntie, your uncle, everybody, man. We out here. Definitely email us if you have a question for us, or if you have anything you want to tell us and you want to make it personal. You can send us the email at holyduo2020@gmail.com. holyduo2020@gmail.com. That's where you can reach us at our email, and you can also DM us on Instagram, holyduo2020 as well. So dialogue. Please open us up with the first topics, please.
With the first topics, you don't even want to hear about my week, man?
Oh, snap. Actually, you do not lie.
You know how I forget stuff all the time at the end? See how easy it is to just skip over stuff?
Yeah, you're not lying. So, my bad. Let's go over holy and demonic moments. Holy and demonic moments and the weeks.
Yeah. My week, man. My week was good. I started taking creatine this week. I guess that could be a holy.
Yeah, that's a holy moment, man. You seen some gains?
I wouldn't say gains, but I feel heavier. I feel more heavy. You feel
more compact.
Yeah. And it's nice because it gives you the capacity to push more weight. The heavier you are intrinsically, the more weight you'll be able to push because you're already heavy. So, I'm doing this thing, Mind Pump, the exercise channel. They suggested something I never even thought of doing before. 3 weeks heavy, 3 weeks hypertrophy, and then 3 weeks endurance, and then keep switching it on your body, and then you'll see a lot of growth. So that's what I'm doing now. And first week of heavy, it's going pretty good. You know what I mean? So it's great. The central nervous system is feeling it, feeling heavy.
And you're welcome. You know what I mean?
For what, man?
I shared the channel with you, bro.
Nah, that was both of our job. You know what I mean?
That was both of our work.
I'm just kidding, man. Look at him. He's ready to beat me up, man.
Nah, but for real, they say some good stuff about exercise, and I can't keep all the goodies to myself. If you got a brother, share the wealth, man. We win together. That's what it's about, man. People want to be winning and holding all the secrets in. They don't want to share, but it's more blessing to give than to receive, bro.
Yeah, it's always nice to give. So yeah, my week was good, man. Demonic moment. I don't really have a demonic moment. I'm seeing a lot of growth in all areas. Walk with Christ is going good as well. Always stay praying, man. Always stay thinking about stuff, biblically, stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's my week. How's your week?
Oh man, my week has been. It got sweeter as the days went along. I would say, started off okay, but then as the days came by, more and more stuff has been getting done, and just a lot of good stuff, man. I'm excited for the upcoming opportunities in upcoming weeks, and just out here trying to work hard and not trying to stress myself out, because you could stress yourself out when you do a lot of things. You're like, oh man, I gotta do that. But I try to keep it simple and not overthink it. You know, I'm an analytical person naturally, so you know I'm always thinking about one subject, but breaking it into so many parts. You know, like doing deep dives, but
Mm.
trying to keep things simple and not overthink things. And you know, like we're talking about, you know, as you're trying to live in obedience, you know, toward God and trying to get things done and look to God for direction. See what's in front of you. Pray and make calculated decisions. So that's what I'm trying to implement more. You know, we definitely are also talking to ourselves when we say these things to you guys on here, and so that's what we're actively doing. So I would say that's been a thing I've been exercising a lot this week. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
demonic moment. Oh man, I ordered pizza last night, and
Hmm.
bro, first of all, the guy that gave me the pizza, shouts out to him because he looked like he was hustling. I live on the third floor, right? And you know where I'm from, FLA or Florida, it's hot and humid. This dude was sweating. It looked like he took a mile jog and you know to give me this pizza. This dude was busting sweats for sweats. Like this guy, this guy was sweating. But anyway, I got the pizza.
Abrante.
Hey,
Edumate fifre.
yeah, he was leaking. And
Huh?
you know what? I was a little disgusted. I'm not gonna. I was a little disgusted about the pizza. I didn't know if I wanted to eat the pizza. I'm like, bro, did he like do something to my pizza? Like immediately,
Come
I'm
on,
thinking,
man.
I
He's
don't
just
know,
working hard, man. He's just working hard, man. He's just working
cause,
hard. Why
cause
would
you
he?
know,
Why would he, man?
bro, I've seen some things, and this is what make you have irrational fears. I've seen some things where people have done stuff to people's food and given it to them, and the person didn't even do anything to them. They just don't like their job, so they do stuff to people's food. So that was in the back of my head, and then but the pizza itself, it was a thin crust pizza.
Mm.
It wasn't good. Like it was barely any sauce. It was like bread and cheese. I was a little
Oh.
disappointed, bro, and it was salty. So
Oh.
it was a bad pizza. It was a bad pizza overall. I still have some slices
Yeah.
left. I might not eat the slices, even though I spent a 20 on it because my stomach was
Ah.
hurting afterward. So
Dang.
yeah, bad
That
news
sucks,
bears.
man.
Yeah,
That
but
sucks, man. That's a bad experience. What was the name of this place?
nah, I'm not gonna drop no names.
You're
You
not?
trying to get
Oh,
me in
okay.
trouble? You
No,
trying to
I
get?
just wanted to
Yeah,
know. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to know.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
for the sake of defamation or whatever, I'm not gonna drop a
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, I had Papa John's once and it wasn't good. If they want to redeem themselves by sending me a free pizza, have me eat it, review it. Hey,
Papa
Papa
John,
John's, don't be shy now. Okay? Don't be shy now.
hey, just drop me a stack. Just drop me a stack. I'll be fine. You know, drop me a stack.
You just all about the money, man. Hey,
Yeah,
let's jump into the first topic, man.
yeah, man.
Let's
D, go
go
ahead.
ahead with it, okay? Now, I wanted to bring this up as a topic, right? And the question is, do you see in general, not all women, but in general, women having kind of like a herd type mentality?
Do I
Like,
see
you know what I mean?
like as far as what like how they operate when they're
Like,
in public places or?
women will generally agree on something together. It's like, I guess you could say like the whole empowered movement that's going on is just like, I don't know. It's like all of them agree on ex- exposing yourself and calling that empowered, like that kind of stuff. Like,
Okay, yeah.
why is it that
So
most women generally just get pulled into stuff like that? I
yeah,
was thinking
so
about that this week. Hmm.
that's kind of interesting because I was speaking about this to someone this week, and it's like, for example, the double standard, how the women could be almost exposing themselves at the gym, but then
Yeah.
if men do it, they're gonna call the police on you. They're gonna do all this crap, but everybody agree. All the ladies agree. Like, yeah, I should be able to wear what I want. Blah blah blah. You know, you can't. I should be able to wear what I want, and then you can't expect me to be a certain type of lady, or you can't expect me to allow you to talk to me, or whatever it may be. Right? Like, just because I dress this way, don't approach me at all. You know.
Yeah.
Like, don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Just look. I want to be admired, and that's all I want. But if you try to talk to me, blah, 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 it's lights out.
Yeah. And
So, yeah.
Go ahead before you forget.
So, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So, the double standard and the issue is, you see ladies at the gym, right? And they all do it tights galore. You know,
Man.
the what do you call it? I don't even know what you call that shirt. Basically like a sports bra. Like, they just wear the sports bra thing, the sports bra shirt. And then like their stomach is exposed, and then you have the tight pants that's showing all the shape and curvature, right?
Yeah.
But if you see a Duke, right? Imagine this, because they're showing the whole shape, everything that you can see the shape of their body,
you
right?
can. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So if a dude, right? Like, I'm talking about the boobies, you can see even the the downstairs.
Oh, heck no.
Right,
No,
and the
bro.
cheeks.
No. Hey, stop
No.
calling them cheeks, man. You
For
gotta stop doing that stuff,
ladies,
man.
What you mean?
For the but
ladies.
still, I can't. You can't. Cheeks ain't come
Oh,
out of
you
dudes'
trying to
mouth.
drool over there? You start drooling over there
For what?
for the ladies' cheeks?
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
you said cheeks. Like, were you talking about the dudes' butt?
I just said no, the ladies, man. And bro, they're
Okay,
both
okay,
cheeks,
okay.
man. But anyway,
Hey, I'm not part of that. I'm not a part of that.
we got you
All
in
right.
there. We got you in.
Nah,
But
I'm good.
so they show the curves on their body, everything from the top, from the head of the crown of their head to the sole of their feet, right? But imagine the dude. Imagine a guy. I'm gonna imitate Hafiz. Imagine a guy. You come nah. But imagine a guy, right? He come in there with some kind of pants, right? Some short pants. Not, it don't gotta be booty shorts. We're not talking about that. Just like short gym pants. But except they're tight on his legs, like, right, his thighs, and they accentuate his long john print, right? And then he's also wearing a tight shirt that accentuate his pecs, shoulders, and everything. So his long john, you can see the print of it. You know what I mean? It's there. You can see everything. I bet people will call the police on this guy, and I bet the ladies will be staring, so on and so forth. But it'll be looked at as a bad behavior when a guy would go out like that. And let's just say in public, like if you were to go out in a store like that, because ladies, they have gym attire and they go to stores. If a guy go to a store with his long john piece, like visibly, isolated, bro, people are gonna be saying all kind of crap, bro. So the double standard is crazy, and that's and to the question, the ladies, a lot of them, not majority, a lot of ladies would say, yeah, that's fine, But I bet if guys started doing what they doing, they gonna be like, oh yeah, they gonna be saying all kind of stuff. They gonna try to do what we're doing, and then they're gonna get mad because we don't want them to do it. I don't know where I was going, but I think I was basically about to say, like, if ladies were to start hollering at guys more because they can see their print, now hollering is okay all of a sudden. But when we were doing it, when they would show how their body look, but it's wrong for us to do it. But now, since we're dressing provocatively, it's okay for them to come to us now. You see what I'm saying? So that double standard of dressing provocatively and being praised for it is definitely not going to be the standard for the guys, because it's going to be frowned upon. And so I think the herd mentality for the ladies is, yeah, we can dress however we want, and guys don't gotta approach us. They could just look or whatever, like basically worship us, but don't touch. But if guys were to do that, it's World War III. So yeah, I do see some hurt mentality in that arena of things. What were some of your thoughts on that?
I agree with what you said, and you made a good point, and I agree with it because I was basically going to say the same thing. But I'd never actually thought of how you said the the boobs to the private area of the dudes thing, like dudes wearing stuff like that, because that didn't even come up on my mind. It's like a guy doing that is the most sus thing I have ever
Yeah,
imagined in my head.
and it's sus. Yeah, it's considered
I
sus for sure.
would I would spray the seat like 15,000 times before I get on that same machine that dude got on. That is so weird. Um, so weird, man. That's why I was laughing when you were describing, because I was trying to imagine some dude walking around the gym like that, and how just everyone would be like, "Bro, like chill, man,
Yeah, this
chill."
dude,
Imagine,
he's
because that part of a dude, right? It's, at some point, sometimes like things can happen, and then it could start to uh, celebrate, to jump up. Imagine wearing something like that, and like say something happened by accident, right? Or like you're sitting there and you had a thought, and then you start to get a reaction. Like how are you gonna hide that? Like what are you gonna do with that?
hey, you're already exposed. Da da
You're gonna poke
da.
somebody. You're literally gonna poke somebody out there. But anyway,
Oh yeah, and
um,
yeah. I'm not gonna get to that, but yeah. That's. I'm about to say something
um,
wild. This ain't Wild Out Wednesday.
no, it's not Wild Out Wednesday. Yeah. So with that, like stuff like that, what the herd mentality will do is it'll be a movement for one side, but then the other side doesn't think about the other side. And I think there are more and more females coming out who are saying, "Hey, wait a second, like this really isn't all about the females. It's the guys are getting left behind too. There's a lot of stuff wrong on the other side," and that's what I like seeing, that some of the people are pulling out of this herd mentality thing, and it's really really bad. Like it's leaving a lot of relationships in a bad place, because guys in general, like guys in our generation and younger than us, maybe the generation before us, maybe, but definitely the guys in our generation, we weren't raised with the intensity of masculinity. It just wasn't really in our culture. And I was watching a show somewhere on YouTube, and it showed a picture of a dude from like 1920s, two dudes from like a really old time, and they looked old, man. I thought they were 40 in the picture. Like
Oh
they
Lord.
looked super super old. Oh, I think it was Mind Pump. I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they looked super old, and it was like you could tell they felt and they dressed like they were older. They were only 23 and
That's
24.
wild, bro. What are they eating out
Yeah,
there?
yeah. No, they looked grown.
Y'all
They
gotta
just
eat
looked
healthy,
grown.
man. Eat healthy.
and and that's just not the case in our culture today. Men don't want to look like men. They want to look like things and ideas, and represent, and look like a man. Dress
Mm.
classy, represent yourself well. We just don't see that nowadays. Men don't take pride in that. But yeah, the herd mentality for women, it's I don't know. It'll keep going until it's gone too far, and then it'll come back again and swing the opposite way. It's like a pendulum, man.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
a
levels.
pendulum. Yeah.
Waves, waves, ups and
We
downs.
we just missed the generation or two ago that the women had great respect for men. We just missed it. Like we just missed it.
We
So
fall down,
we're
but
heading the other
we
way.
get
But
up.
as guys, it's I charge us with learning the big, even if you're not going for big success in life, right? I would charge you with like just learning what it is to be a man, so that when you get in relationships, you can have a peaceful relationship. You know, I mean, it's not all about this money stuff and blah blah blah. Just understand the nature of men. Like, yeah, I was reading a study recently also, and it was talking about some of the differences in the men's and women's brain. Like, men have bigger brains, women have generally smaller brains, even in comparison with their size, right? So we get it that men are bigger, but even if men were the same size as women, their brains will still be slightly bigger. And I think
Don't.
that kind of contributes into how we just go about stuff differently. Like, we think about stuff differently. Women are more cognitive. They do a little bit better in the intelligence stuff. So it's like we are more I don't know. It just plays in the part, right? So the herd mentality,
Hey,
I think it's really easy. That's
real
why I
quick,
go along with it.
real quick. I know some dukes back in the day when I was in like elementary had some big heads, bro. They had some domes, some super domes, right? But them boys were not bright, man. They were like doggone Patrick, bro. They were like 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 they were doing some wild. They weren't. They were not focused, man. They were like I'm the dirty dad. Like, come on, bro.
Do you think their focus was in something? Because I believe what the problem today is that education is the form of learning for everyone, but everyone is different. Some people are more physical. Some people need to be outside, but you
Yeah,
sit them down. You know what I mean? And you tell them you need to learn, use your brain all the time for this specific thing.
question: were you? Because I was physically um, inclined, right? I had to be moving. I couldn't stay still. You know, I was hyper. You know, super hyperactive. And I had to be moving and doing something. You know, I couldn't stay. Ha ha ha. You know, energetic, like crazy. So I was more of that type of learner where I had to do what I'm being taught. I couldn't just read about it. It's not enough. I had to, and even to this day, I don't do well when you just telling me how to do it. You got to show me how to do it. You know, but of course I can learn when you tell me how to do it too. But
Yeah.
I think the way I learn best is showing me, and that's crazy because when it comes to jobs and stuff, you gotta learn how to do it by doing it, just not by reading about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, which what type of learner were you? Were you an active learner or like a listener, or you know what I mean? Like what?
I guess
what
you could
kinda-
say I was both. I wasn't anything really special. Like, in class and stuff, I could sit there, pay attention all day, but then, I take the homework home and I'm like, okay, this doesn't freaking make any sense, and I have no one to guide me, and
Yeah.
I'd just be like, freak it. I didn't care. I won't do the homework if you're not gonna give me a step guide on to how to do it, just because you taught it in class.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those kids that was failing and stressing out. Like, I wasn't doing well in high school, and I knew it. It was because of how they went about high school.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care. I knew I was smart though. Like, all of that stuff made sense. But it's like, if you're gonna give me something different, like a deviant, and I don't understand it, bro, come on, man. Help me out by giving me some guides and stuff like that. But whenever I would go to PE and I would go to class, I would feel so good.
So good, dun, dun, so good. I got it. Bum, 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 bum. Woo!
Hey. Hey. Wait, who dances like that? Who dances like that?
Kevin Hart dancing like that. Kevin Hart be doing that, man. It's funny.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But yeah. But whenever I would go to the gym, I would always be so upset because the gym is one period, and you spend
Yeah.
10 minutes getting ready for the period, and you have to spend 10 minutes getting ready for class after. So you only get like 30 minutes in gym, and then
Yeah.
you got to pick teams if
And
it's a new sport.
yeah.
Oh, freaking
And especially
hated
when
that.
you know you playing like a game you like, you're like, yes, we about to get in this. But then everybody's taking so long to get ready. Get your behind out here,
Yes.
bro. Stop talking
Like-
to Lindsay and come get busy.
It's like their time to like be social because you don't have to sit down and be quiet. We're trying to say. I wish gym was PE was 2 periods, man.
Bro, PE need to
I
be
really
long.
wish it were.
Kids nowadays need to have long period of PE, bro.
Bro,
Like
if they will extend high school by an extra hour just to give PE that boost at the end of the day, I would be so down for it.
I think that's needed, bro. The way these
I would be
kids
so
living
down
these
for it.
days, they don't get
Yeah.
outside much, and then now it's like they're basically like doing college style classes where it's hybrid and all
Yeah.
that crap. Bro, they gotta get out, they gotta move around, they gotta get active, man. They're gonna get
They do.
They not eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They staying in playing games and talking to people online, unhealthy
Yeah.
communication. Bro, it's like unhealthy in all categories, bro. They gotta get out,
Yeah.
smell the air, look at the sun, breathe, sweat.
Touch some
Work
worms
hard.
in the ground.
Yeah, do something active, man. Get active
Yeah.
and eat
And-
healthy.
And it may sound like, my kid's overweight, and blah, 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 and stuff like that. It's like as an adult, as I've been lifting heavier weight this week, I'm starting to realize, like, my body's more stable. I really am. I'm starting to realize my body's more stable when I'm moving around in my home. I can actually do stuff. Like, I can squat down very easily, grab something, and do this and that. And imagine what that does for the growth factor in a kid. It helps them grow up with strong structures and, you know what I mean? They're growing up strong. They can pull themselves up on stuff. All that stuff is great. Your kids got to go out there and learn. But yeah, in high school, I don't give a crap because I know exactly what's going on here. And I wouldn't say that's the best way to go about it because not everyone can just be so chill about it. Some people's parents may be on them like, what the freak are you doing? You stupid piece of crap. Bam. Some kids get abused for their grades. So I had it easier in that way. I guess you could say the responsibility was kind of put on me for how I was performing in school in that way. And it gave me the freedom not to kill myself in high school. Yeah.
Okay.
You may see me though and be like, bro, why aren't you trying, man? What's going on? And I tried enough to pass my classes. It's just I didn't put the extra effort in. I didn't see the point in learning so much about like history and this geometry stuff. Like for what?
Yeah, especially the history stuff, like learning that everything is not what they say and they leave stuff out, and it's like, bro, man, why y'all trying to trick me? Tricks are for kids. Like, why you trying to do this, man? Stop. I don't believe Come on, man.
And for the kids who are doing this stuff for college purposes, that's fine, man. Sometimes if that's where you want your career to go, I completely understand pouring yourself into the AP classes.
Yeah, I mean,
and
if
all
you
that
like
stuff.
that, go ahead and take it serious. But
Yeah.
we're just talking about when we were in high school, learning it. It was
Yeah,
not interesting to us. I hated
Nah,
history,
man.
bro. Reading paragraphs. It's funny about
Yeah.
that. I read a lot today because I have to, but reading history though is terrible for me. It's excruciating.
Horrible, especially if you're not interested. If you don't
Especially
care.
if you're not, bro. Who? Yeah, let me not even. It was excruciating pain
Yeah, man.
to sit through those classes, man. I'm like, bro,
And then-
I don't know enough about this to write an essay on this subject, bro. I don't want to know. Doggone it, they ain't talk about much. What do you want? The what they're writing is way less than what I have to write. What do you want me to say about Plymouth Rock?
Man. And then they give us all this useless like mandatory class information stuff, and then they expect us to pick a career going into college. This is exactly what I want to do in college for the rest of my life. Let me go spend thousands and thousands of dollars in college and pick this career that I'm not even sure I want to do. Oh man. And then everyone ends up in debt. It's like when you think about it, it's like it seems like they want us to be in debt. But then when I
Bro.
think about the teachers in high school and stuff, I don't think they're bad people. I don't think that's how they think about it. You know what I mean?
They
don't realize.
they don't think about it, but the schools do.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't realize they're literally prepping us to go be in debt. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's why.
Man.
That's why. Shouts to the people that don't make hasty decisions about school. Just
Hmm.
because you feel like that's what you're supposed to do. Shouts
Yeah.
to people that take their time to analyze. Okay, what do I really want to do? Because I
Hmm.
think I think there's a lot of pressure with that too. Like, oh, you're supposed to do this, so you just go with the flow, and that's her mentality right there.
Right.
That's her mentality there, right there. Like where you just do it because it's just what everybody does.
Everyone
You
is
know,
doing it.
that's a good thing.
Can you
I
can
mean, a
you
good point.
go ahead? Can you think about someone doing this in high school? Okay, I have history, science, math, English, blah blah blah. I don't care about history, so let me get the minimum grade I can in history so that I can focus on these other classes. Have you ever even thought about someone saying that in high school? Like, I just want to get
Um,
mediocre.
I know
I've
I've
never.
known I've known people that have said things like that where they're like, you know
That's
what,
crazy.
like going into it, they knew like, man, I'm probably not gonna get an A in this class,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they knew they were gonna fail. Like they had a bad mindset going into it. I heard
Yeah.
people having bad mindsets going into it, and then like just staying there. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't change their attitude. They didn't change their mindset. They're like, man, probably not gonna pass this class.
But for me, I'm not talking about the failing mindset. Like, if you needed a C to pass the class, why would you strive for an A when you're not interested in any of the crap?
Oh, because if you want to get a good GPA for
That's
future,
the trap. That's what I'm saying. That's what the
that's what you're
trap
saying.
is. That's where I was
Okay,
going. Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, we don't leave high school kids to get good grades in what they need and then put like the other grades like kind of on a back burner, right? They don't fail the class, but they'll get a C, right? We
uh-huh.
don't give them choices to do that because their GPA. Their GPA is a thing now. So now they have to get all A's in all classes and all the classes they're not interested in.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, go ahead.
when they give their minds to individual subjects in all their capacity, what happens is they they lose sight of what actually interests them, and then they now don't know what they want to do in college. Because there was a college graduate that it was a thing a couple years ago. He did the best in his class, came out on top. I think Ivy League school, like, came out on top, and at his speech he was like, this was like, I wish I didn't do this because there were other important things in life, right? They put this GPA things on kids, and then they don't give the kids the ability to make decisions on what classes they are interested in, because they have to be good at everything, which is exactly what we're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we
I
can't do
could go on
everything.
all day.
And
We can't.
and and real quick, I think schools in England have specific study focuses for students. Like they can go to school, I think at a certain grade for a certain subject to learn. So then for college they can do
That's
studies.
really cool.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, why haven't we been doing this, bro?
That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Because now it's focused on what you actually want to do, and you don't have to be worrying about getting everything, straight A on every subject. Like you're
Bro.
not, because look, and this is the crazy thing that I just thought about. You get A's in
Yeah.
all the subjects, but you pick one to really study. So
Yep.
what's the point of doing everything else if you were
I
just gonna
know.
pick one?
It's a waste of time.
Now, understandably, knowing the basics of something is nothing wrong with knowing the basic of how something works.
We've had elementary, we've had
Yeah,
middle school. Like,
yeah,
what? We need a whole nother 4 years to have the basics of history? Get out of
yeah,
here.
yeah, and trying to doing the advanced classes, bro. If advanced history is for you, we should be able to focus on that. If advanced math or whatever, geometry, or what's the other one? Um, it's not geometry. It's chemistry. Like if you want to do the sciences and you do chemistry,
Yeah, yeah.
bro, you should be able to fuck. But everything else, if you're really gonna just do one thing to have for a career, why do you need to know everything else? You know, it's not
Seriously.
necessary. I mean, science
Seriously.
and math kind of correspond, so that's obvious. That's like it makes sense. But what don't make sense is doggone. You know. Anyway, you get the point.
I do get the point, man. So another example I wanted to give was like I was kind of interested in computer science in high school, but computer science is not offered in high
It's
school.
not offered, bro. You don't know jack squat.
You don't know. So the problem, it became a thing. Like I took zoology. Zoology was really cool, but never do I want to do that stuff. So like, imagine if computer science was an option. Like, hey, you wanna go to college for computer science? Okay, we'll structure 3 of your classes to be computer science classes, and then the rest of them will be like English and math, the two most major things you need to kind of be a good, so they're
Yeah.
supporting you in what you want to do with general classes, but like that's not high school. That's not high school at all. It's like I even forget what kind of classes you take in high school, but I don't remember any of
Electives.
them.
Electives.
Elective
And then you got
classes. I
electives
don't
like electives. What the heck
like I
was I
took
doing?
art. I took art. What was I doing taking art? You know? Um and then I took a lot of history in high school too, but it seems it's been my perception nowadays that there's a lot of history that generally isn't taught in general public education classes.
Yeah.
Like the parts about history that are missing from the books, they're not taught in schools. And people are like posting facts and history things on Facebook, and I'm like, oh really, this happened? I look into it, and it really was a thing, but I never learned this. But how many history classes did I take in high school? You know what I mean? Like, where was my choice to say that I don't want to know about history? I want to know more about math. Like, come
Like this.
on.
This is what I so for example, Thomas Edison created the light bulb, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. But what? How do you make a light bulb? Like,
I know,
show
right?
me the actual production. Don't be like, oh yeah, he made this, he made that, and now we have. How was that made? Like, what is it made of? How did it get there? Don't like.
Yes.
He made it. That's cool, but that's not the big issue. How
I
can
don't
we?
give a
How can we learn about this? So
exactly,
so that we can expand
exactly,
our knowledge, or do something to advance it. You're over there telling me
exactly.
everybody who created everything, but don't tell me how the thing was made. Like,
Man, yeah.
they don't show that in school, but you can research it by yourself. But in school, they just tell you all these. You gotta know all these. Oh yeah, he made this, he made that.
But the thing is, first of all, then why am I spending 8 hours away from my home? You want me to come home and then do more research on top of the other homework that you are giving me? This isn't making me smarter. This is just making my life miserable. And I would hate, like, when I think about high school, I'm like, dang, I feel so bad for my kids. They have to go through all of that crap that I went through with homework and
Yeah,
projects and
yeah.
unnecessary
Oh,
exams. Oh,
project! I
goodness.
hated projects, man.
Oh, gosh.
Projects. Oh man, I
You
hated it
got the
because
group.
I would
You got the
always.
group.
Oh yeah, the group projects. I loved and hated them. I love the ones where okay, okay, the projects where you were paired with like with the smart kid that always
Yeah.
like make A's. I'm like yes, because
Yeah.
then I knew like I wouldn't have to do most of the work. I'm not lying. I would rely on that person to like get the job done. I'll be acting like I'm bringing ideas. They'll be like, oh yeah, let's bop bop bop, right? But I wouldn't be saying nothing. I'll just talk
Hmm.
around the subject. But I would love those type of groups that you would be paired with the smart ones, the ones that actually
Yeah.
get work done. And I'm not saying I didn't get any work done. I just was a last minute type person. So I would get it done, but beat the shot clock type of,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I love those, but I hated getting group projects with people that didn't do anything. Like that was
Yeah.
unwilling to work. I was willing to work. I was gonna do the work, but I just wasn't the one coming up with all the ideas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the one. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it because mine probably will get us an F, possibly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't a
Yeah.
good, strategizer when it came to that. At least I think I was low confidence back then when it came to it.
Yeah. When it
But
came to like putting
Yeah.
yourself and applying yourself and like that kind of yeah,
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 I think a lot of
yeah,
us, back in that day were, shied away from, really
yeah.
exploring our ideas with other people
Learning,
because
really, I call that learning, but it's just we did it
yeah,
in different
we
ways.
did it in different ways.
You
But
know,
I have a love and hate for group projects and individual projects. I hate it, bro. I'm like, now I gotta
yeah,
do arts and crafts, put it on a poster board, and what if a whole bunch of things could go wrong? Like, what if it don't look good? What if somebody else and then the whole comparison thing? Oh man, his board looked better than mine. Now I'm gonna get a
hmm,
lower grade because he looked better. Ah,
yeah, yeah, man. I think the revolution of education is probably gonna take effect soon. I think I mean, even when you think about it architecturally, a high school looks like a prison. It's designed after a prison. If you've ever heard that before, high school, like when you think about the cells, the classrooms, how the high school is structured, the walls, the glasses, like it's all flat. It's all sectioned off. It has hallways that you go into. The doors close and lock. Like when someone infiltrates a high school, you literally lock everything down like a prison. It's designed after a prison. So it's like, dang, what kind of what like has someone actually put thought into education and what goes on in there? But yeah, man, education's revolution is something that's gonna happen in the near future. With everyone being so emotional about everything, it's only a matter of time. It's
bro,
only
we
a
we
matter of
uh
time, man.
we definitely bled into a whole different convo, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we did.
But let's
Yeah.
switch up the gears a little bit.
Okay.
So what I was thinking about, um, I've been thinking about this a long time, but I thought it would be interesting to kind of talk about because you got these guys that say, yeah, if you're making this amount of money, if you're Jeff Bezos' brother, nephew, cousin, and you're making the bands, you should be able to cheat on your lady because you can afford it. Um, should you ever? Is it ever okay for you to cheat? What are your thoughts on that?
Um, well, there's that narrative and there's a different narrative. But the
Okay.
narrative you're asking is, should you cheat on your lady? No, no one should ever cheat. Heck no, never. The other narrative is if you tell your lady that, hey, if it happens, are you gonna be okay with it? And she agrees. Now that's a different narrative.
Hold on, but before we go there,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
why shouldn't you ever cheat? What's wrong with that? The people that don't think that's a problem. Why? What's wrong with cheating? Tell us why you
Well,
think it's whatever.
first of all, if you're dating someone and they cheat on you, that's a lesson, right? You
Mm.
shouldn't be attached in the sexual ways and all the deep, intimate ways. You shouldn't be attached in that way. That's what dating is. Like, dating is a quick process to get married. That's the process you go through, and then you get married. But what's happening is people are staying in that process, and then a whole bunch of stuff is happening. They're having children, they're living together, they're combining accounts, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff that's not conducive to the dating process. So they're stuck there. And then you say your significant other cheats on you. But you guys are technically married. You just haven't made that covenant. So
Mm-hmm.
when your committed partner cheats on you, now everything is broken.
Shattered.
Everything is shattered because they never told you that they're interested in other people in that way. You have to find out through them being with another person, which is an insult. It's disrespectful.
Disrespect.
It's absolutely zero communication. You're communicating in a negative way. Instead of telling them about your temptations, you communicate it to her by telling her that you've broken trust. I mean, it's a really deep thing. So, would I ever cheat? Um, the amount of grief it causes is not worth
Mm.
the couple of minutes of pleasure.
Yeah, man. It's
It's
always a
really not worth
disappointment.
it.
It's always disappointment. And the interesting thing about that is you hear secular or unbelievers, right? Um, talk about this, and they say, "Yeah, bro, I don't want to hurt my wife," and it doesn't feel good. It's is really, it really sucks. So it's interesting to
Yeah.
see the realization of brothers that aren't, believers, to come to that realization. Like, yeah, it's terrible. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
hurt my wife like that. And so on and so forth. So
But is it really like that surprising though? Because that's we're afforded the luxury of knowing that truth ahead of time and not taking action, right? But they learn the truth after going through it. So it doesn't really surprise me because what's happening is Christians have a set of standards and beliefs that we think God is communicating to us through the Bible, and we believe that when we follow these standards and things that God is saying, it keeps us away from trouble. But what the outside world does is people who don't believe in the Bible, what they do is they go through the issue and then they come to the same understanding that we already know. You know what I mean? So then it doesn't surprise me when they're like, yeah, you shouldn't cheat and stuff. You shouldn't um, do this and that. Because we're like, yeah, we know. You really shouldn't be doing that stuff already. It's morally wrong. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
hmm
But then the problem becomes now you have other people who say they're Christians doing the same thing. And now it's like everything is mixed in. No one knows what. No one knows who to trust. And we have problems.
yeah, um, I think yeah, definitely you should never cheat. But to answer if I would never cheat, here's the steps I want to put in between before I say what I would say for if I would ever cheat. You always got to be smart about boundaries and how you're moving, because it's gonna be somebody that looks better. There's gonna be somebody that looks prettier. Whatever, whatever. It's gonna be other pretty people apart from the person that you're with, right? And so, are you still a human being that sees attractive things? Yeah, the sky is attractive. Whatever, whatever. Like, your attractiveness don't disappear doesn't disappear when you meet a significant other. You still think other people are beautiful, whatever it may be. So what I'm saying is, making steps and protecting yourself to not be in situations where you would be tempted to um, cheat and tempted to look at certain things is some of the best things to do to avoid it. Now, if you're not being careful and you're not watching and you're not, you know, praying, you definitely will find yourself in a situation where you don't want to be in, and that leaves you potential to cheat. Now, what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, if I'm doing those things to help myself not get in a position to cheat, I'm never going to be cheating. But do I want to cheat? No, I don't want to cheat. And in my head, I would never cheat. But what would help me never cheat is never put myself in those situations. That's
Right.
that's practical and that's realistic. Saying you'll
Hmm.
never cheat is cool, but what steps are you gonna do to make that happen? And so I think these are some practical steps to consider to make
Yeah.
sure you don't give avenues and ways for entry.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Oof. Um. I always say, like I've been cheated on multiple times, right? And
Oh
I've come to
wow.
the conclusion. I've come to the conclusion that once a cheater, not always a cheater, but they are very, very, they are extremely, they are deeply prone to cheating. Like if the specific situation happens, they will cheat on you.
Mm.
That's basically it's not always a cheater.
S- So you're saying that type of person, like if they see the sandwich, they're gonna eat the sandwich.
They'll be very, very tempted to eat the sandwich.
Mm.
That's the problem with cheaters. Um, they may be good for some time, may go through some stuff with you, but that sandwich is there. Sorry, man.
What it is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Bro.
That's right. Absolutely nothing. Um, and to the fellas out there who are with girls or who think there's always someone prettier, a girl who's always wittier, smarter, more nicer, sweeter. Yeah, but there's also always a guy who's better than you, right? You're not special.
Yeah,
So
it goes
when you
both
think
ways.
yeah, when you think about having that kind of relation with another woman apart from the woman whom you're married to or whom you're committed to marry, whenever you think about that, just remember the grass is never greener on the other side. As a matter of fact, more people are being more open about the fact that the prettier a girl is, the more issues she'll probably come with. And
Yeah.
it's true over and over again. I've seen it. Mr. Ed has seen it. I mean, the prettier she is, you enjoy yourself for
And
30
and
minutes.
and the finer she is, it, that's a
The more
combination as
prone.
well. Aye, aye,
Yeah.
aye.
Yeah, that is a combo, man. So the grass is never really greener on the other side, man. It may look like it from the specific angle, from how she's talking to you, how she's approaching you, but once you're in it, bro, and you see all the crap you have to deal
That's
with,
funny. You said for the particular angle she's talking to you with.
yeah. Because they'll be sweet with how, like, when you look at some grasses, right, in neighborhoods, when you look at it from certain angles, it all looks green. Like when you get low and look at it from the angle, it all looks green, and then you like get up and you're like, oh, yay! Like it's like, what am I looking at
Adios,
here?
adios mio.
Somebody help me. And that's exactly what you're going to be saying. So, yeah, bro, the grass is never greener on the other side. It's better to water your own grass. It's better to grow it deeply,
Irradiate.
get them roots going so you don't ever have to, you cry out to the Lord to help you, man. Because that's a bad position to be in, bro. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
bro.
It's bad,
Yeah.
man.
Cry me a
I.
river. Oh, cry me a river.
So dudes out there, you gotta work on being able to work on your relationship, like work on your relationship, and you have to be the structure in it. I always say, dudes, you have to be the structure in it. Um, you're the final say, man. Be that structure. If there's something that you don't like, make sure you voice it and make sure you come at the situation as though you have the final say. Grow the confidence to make decisions, as I am now understanding to say to younger people. Grow the understanding to make a decision, whether or not it's good or bad. You'll deal with the consequence later, but make sure you think and make the decision, right? And then deal with the consequence. Because guys, naturally, we're made to make the decision and handle the consequence, and we have that kind of mind to think through it. Let me just say that we have the mind to think through it. So exercise it, grow in that masculine frame, and grow in the ability to just be confident in making your decisions.
Yeah, so I never to answer this question, is it okay to cheat? No. Oh yeah, what's your so what's the moral of the story of should you ever cheat?
The moral of the story is you should never cheat, um, because you are lowering yourself for a desire that isn't in your best interest. You are literally becoming weaker. You are weak if you cheat. You are a weak person if you cheat. In that moment, just remind yourself that you are being weak. And in that moment, I know that people aren't bad people, but in that moment you are a bad person because you are hurting another person in that level. Break up with them, and if you want to do that sexual stupid stuff, go do it. But don't be a bad person and a weak person at the same time in the moment just to hurt someone else. It's not worth it. Don't do that to them. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, and just me just thinking about it, it's like, man, I just feel terrible, man. I wouldn't want to be in that position to where somebody does it to me, and
Yeah.
if just thinking about being in a position doing it to somebody else, that just kills me. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the moral of the story, guys. So drop your thoughts in the comments for that. If you guys have any thoughts about that, let us know, man. Interact with us. The comments are there.
Yeah.
If you guys can comment on the the audio platforms. Do that. Share
Yeah,
all that
man.
good stuff, man.
I got some wild cheating stories that happened to me. So if we get enough interaction one day in the future,
Oh, we gotta do like a Wild Out Wednesday on it or something.
yeah, that'll be a special Wild Out Wednesday.
That'd be a
Yeah.
special. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a three piece Wild Out Wednesday. Let me just say that 3 episodes. All right.
Yeah. So.
Do we have time for the last question, or are we?
Oh no, we don't have.
Are we out of time?
Unless you want to go.
Cool.
Unless you want to go hour 30.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
We'll save this for a different time.
All right. So I'm going to kind of switch it up just a little bit. So before we get to the top 5, right? Oh, did you say you had something to?
Yeah. I had a different question today.
Okay.
I had a different question today. Yeah.
And I want to throw this in there as a nugget as well. So I got a little riddle for you, and you guys could try to figure this out too. I'm not gonna give the answer because then you guys will get the answer, but you guys can think about this and try to figure it out. And maybe I might drop it on our Instagram or something. I don't know. But here's a riddle for you. What begins with an E? And I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to try to get this, but if you can't, we gotta move forward. What begins with the E, but only contains one letter? Yes, sir. We done got him. We done got him right now.
Envelope.
Huh?
Envelope.
Lord have mercy, Father God.
Envelope.
Who told you that?
Wait.
That's correct.
Someone wasn't standing next to me?
Oh, he done caught the Holy Spirit in this place today. He done caught the word came down beside and he received it. Now, you know what they started? Now, this is a testament on how we should receive the word. If he ain't standing by you, he was never with you. Huh? Am I talking to somebody?
Yeah, bro. Wait. So is he gonna be here when I go to sleep tonight?
Ooh.
Huh? This. I just had to think about that for a second, man. Do I have to worry about,
You don't have to worry, my brother. You don't have to worry.
I don't. All right, because that's kind of weird, isn't it, Pastor?
The Lord is with you always. So
that's kind of weird, man. Could I?
Even
at nighttime, man.
Even at nighttime.
I sleep naked, man.
Don't worry about that. He's your heavenly Father. Don't worry. He done seen every crevice of your body. So you don't need to worry about that. You know what I mean?
Chill, man. Chill.
But bro, that's correct, guys. That's correct. How did you figure that out, bro?
Riddles like that are kind of simple. I feel like those are simple riddles. It begins with an E. So I was like, what word is an E? And I was like, he? And I was like, nah. And I said, an E that has one letter in it. An E, that's it. And I was like, an envelope has an envelope has letters in it. So an envelope has one letter usually.
Yeah.
And I was like, an envelope. Yeah.
Dang.
That was an easy one.
D over there, he related to Thomas Edison and doggone William Wrights. And what's his name?
Hey.
What's that other guy's name? The genius guy, the one with the crazy hair.
Doggone, come on, man. Einstein,
hey, look, bro. Man. That's Einstein's 45th nephew, man.
If I think like this, right, will you accept the fact that I still don't think makeup is pretty?
Bro, I can't believe you. I can't believe you.
Oh, Lord.
I can't believe that.
Come on. One day you'll believe
me, not going to believe that.
One day you'll believe it. I watched some videos on YouTube this week, and man, women look weird with makeup on, man. It's just weirder, and even after we talked about it, they look weirder now because we talked about it as much as we did. I'm like, dude, ew. Anyway, hey, the question of the day today is, recently I've been having some really good vibes in my apartment, and it's reminded me of old young times, and it's really really cool. And it's because it's been rainy and gloomy recently. Do you prefer rainy
Oh
days
yeah.
or sunny days?
Now, per usual for me, I like the sunny days on a constant basis. So I would definitely go with sunny days, but rainy days, they're cool for a couple reasons, and I'm about to name them. I like rainy days because when you don't want it to be so hot, the rainy days are pretty cool. It makes the house cooler. The heat,
Yeah,
the sun isn't
yeah,
hitting your building and getting as hot. So
yeah,
typically with rainy days, you get cooler insides, um, and then like it's cozy. Like that's a rainy days. It's really chill. It makes you really chill, and it's like stay in, watch a movie, cuddle in the cover. You know.
yeah.
So for
Hmm.
those reasons, I really enjoy rainy days for those reasons. But I don't. If I'm trying to go out and do something, I don't want it to be raining. I need it to be sunny. You know. I think everybody would agree on that. Some people might. You might have a couple people that like it to be rainy as they go outside. I don't know why. It might be weird like that, just going out and licking raindrops and jumping in streets. You know, aka never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But um, yeah. So sunny
I
days.
would, yeah,
I
yeah,
have to I
yeah.
have to go for sunny days or sunny.
Sunny
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Okay, so between, would you say 90% sunny and then 10% rainy? What would you say?
You mean out of like if we had to give a percentage of how much rain we would want and how much sun we would want? Is that what you're
That's
asking?
right. That's right.
Um, I'll say 90-10. That or
Yeah.
90-10 or 80-20.
Mm,
Okay, let's go in the mean of that. So let's go 85-15.
15.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if you like being in the northern part of the United States weather. If you like those seasonal changes, I think you would understand where I'm coming from more when I say I like it 50-50. I like it 50-50. What rainy days do is it kind of like resets you for the sunny days. Because what I find is in the summer when it's sunny for like 3 weeks straight, you're just like, freak, man, chill. But when it's rainy, like every other day or, every other 2 days or something like that, it makes you appreciate the sunny days more. But
Yeah,
then it's
yeah, I see
kind
what
of
you're
like
saying.
relaxing. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I like that. Like when the winter and fall come around and it becomes more gloomy, it brings a different feeling to the atmosphere. And it allows you to kind of pull back a little bit. The sun sets a lot faster. There's more nighttime, meaning there's more resting. There's kind of that kind of stuff. There's not much farming that goes on. It's like it really works with how we are as people.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the rainy days. That's why I want to say 50-50. But that's
And
interesting to know.
and that point of view is cool because I like it too, but just that I think where I'm sore about the rain is that there's been a lot of occasions where we had something big planned, but then it rained.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it's like
Hmm.
in those
Hmm.
cases, the rain kind of became an inconvenience.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I hear that.
for those faults, that's why I might be so sore when it comes to rainy
Yeah,
days. But
yeah.
yeah,
Um, dang it, I was gonna say something. Shoot. Oh well.
all right,
Dang it, man.
let's quickly hit our top 5 segment of the show. You guys know what it
We
is.
replaced it. I thought we replaced it. Oh, with the pencils.
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
pencils.
The
Okay.
utensils.
Dang.
Yeah. So, guys, you know what it is if you've been listening for 32 episodes. It's our segment we call the top 5, where we share our top 5 in a particular subcategory. And today we're doing top 5 school writing utensils. So,
Yeah.
D, give us your number 5.
Okay. My number 5 is a highlight marker. Like the more, not the thick ones, but like the medium sized ones. When you're in class and you need to highlight something real quick.
Oh, so
in
you
your
mean like
notes.
Sharpie?
Sharpies are really dark. It's hard to see your writing through Sharpies.
Nah,
Like
nah,
something
you
like
can.
that.
Nah, no, you can get the. Remember the yellow Sharpies?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The yellow bright ones. Yeah. Those, I like those. But I like different colors. Like, I like the blue and green one. It's not as bright. It's not as hard on the eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
It's hard on your eyes. The yellow ones is hard on your eyes.
So that's my number 5 for part of my writing kind of utility. Yeah.
My number 5, and we all use this at some point. Excuse me. My number 5, we all have used this type of pencil from the start of our careers, start of our school careers, and that's the regular pencil, man.
School career. Yeah.
That's the regular
number 2.
pencil. Yep, number 2 pencil, man. And
wooden
probably
one?
even though, remember those fat joints, those fat pencils as the toddler you had to use because you couldn't use a regular pencil? And then you start writing like this instead of like this?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So regular pencils is my number 5.
Okay. My number 4. Now, the rest of mine all have to be in 0.5. I don't mess with that stupid 0.7. I remember in middle school, I tried writing with 0.7 all the time, and my stuff would smudge, and it would be thick, and it wouldn't be cool.
You don't like them thick? I thought you said you like them thick.
I never said I like them thick. I like them fit and healthy.
But you told me last week.
Never told you that. Guys,
Come
you
on.
obviously know who's lying here. I don't need to prove myself to you guys.
He said,
I like them fit
in
and healthy.
them jeans.
What? Eat them?
No. Never mind. Let's move forward, bro.
Dang, man. That's that's explicit. We have to mark this episode as not for kids. My number 5 is 0.5 marker pen.
Bro, look at him, bro. He over there being scientific, bro. Who knows how that look? 0.5 marker pen. See, I told you he's Einstein's 45th nephew, bro. This is in his blood. Okay. So point 0.5.
Yeah, they just come in different colors, so they're cool.
Got you. Number 4, coming in at number 4, and I love these when they were new, when they worked, right? When they, like when you use a pen and it bleeds right, when it was fresh. I loved using this.
Yeah.
And that's dry erase markers on the board. You go to the board. Hey, could you do number 5 for us?
I bet you used to sniff them too, didn't you?
I used to sniff them. Yep.
I'm
not lying.
Knew it.
Because actually, some of them had flavored smells.
Of course they did, Mr. Ed. Of course they did.
Some of them had flavored.
Wait, hey, which was your favorite flavor to sniff?
I didn't have one. I think orange might have
Okay.
been. If it was flavored, I think orange probably was.
Wow.
That's number 4, man. That's number 4.
My number 3.
Hey, hold on, wait. I heard you could get high off of sniffing that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I heard you get high. Like when I heard that, I low key tried to see if it'll work. I remember I took a Sharpie and I was trying to sniff it hard.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. The high that you get from like chemically stuff is so uncomfortable because I used to paint and sometimes you'd inhale too much paint and like it's weird. You just feel weird. Like it's like ill.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I seen the kid get a nosebleed from trying to sniff the marker. The blood was just running down his nose like red paint.
Yo, that's funny, man.
It's crazy.
That's funny. Why the freak are you sniffing stuff like that? For what?
Hey,
Number
remember?
three.
I think,
Yeah.
bro, Tuco is crazy.
Yeah, man. My number 3 is .5 drawing pens.
See?
Drawing pencils, sorry.
Drawing pencils?
Drawing, yeah, .5
Oh,
drawing pencils. Like the nice heavier ones. Have you ever held one of those before with the really nice grip they'll have? Usually sometimes metal grips.
.5. I can't imagine. .5? I don't remember how
Yeah.
that looked, bro. .5.
Oh, okay.
Is it
0.5.
a thin pencil?
Yeah, it's a thin pencil. It's a mechanical pencil, but it's usually heavier since the lead is so thin.
Oh, yeah. You talking
Yeah,
about mechanical
yeah.
pencils?
Yeah, but this one is a
Okay,
drawing. It's meant for drawing. Like the weight is shifted for
okay.
drawing purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking about. My number 3 is
Mm-hmm.
Sharpie. Sharpies to
This dude
keep
loves
it.
his markers. Doggone it.
Yeah, Sharpies, man. Highlighting stuff like that. For some
Yeah,
reason,
yeah.
you ever highlight stuff just to make it look like you're doing something in class?
Oh, of course.
Bro, I be highlighting the most random words, the,
Come
at,
on, man.
and like, bro, why you
See,
highlighting
you're just
the
you're just
articles,
a
bro?
troll, man.
Just
You're just a
BSing,
troll.
bro. Just highlighting to make it look like I'm actually reading, because I hated reading back in the day. So when you would take notes, you'd be just highlighting sentences. Yo, I see
Imagine
the
when you
kid.
had to explain yourself, though. You seen a kid what?
I see the kid highlight the whole paragraph, bro. Like the whole, bro. Like basically, you why, why, bro? It's
He loves
crazy.
the whole book. Yeah. My number two is .5 mechanical pencils, like just the normal writing ones. The .5 because it makes your writing is so much quicker when you write with them because you can't put as much pressure on it. You're able to glide across the page, and my lazy writing is literally just gliding across the page.
Oh,
So
you
I
was just
love
like
.5
this.
mechanical pencils. Huh?
You were just like that with him.
Oh yeah. The teacher's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gliding." Like this ninja's high as ever off
Snap.
of that
My
paint.
my number 2 is also mechanical pencils. I remember when I first got a mechanical pencil. Oh, I thought I was in style. You know, everybody else didn't have them like that, and I had them. I felt like I was like, cause you remember that period of like going to a high grade where it's like, okay, now you're not using regular pencils no more. It's like you're getting older. So like mechanical pencils were like a staple of like, oh yeah, you up there now. You use a mechanical pencil. That's like big kid stuff, you know.
See, the reason why I didn't like wooden pencils is because you had to sharpen it for a sharp point so often. Like it would dull and it wouldn't be as nice. So yeah, that's why I like the mechanical. Did y'all ever
Especially
have?
especially if you're a hard writer, it's definitely getting dull real
Oh
fast.
yeah. Did you guys ever have those machines that had mechanical pencils in it in your schools, in any of your schools? You put 25 cents in, you turn in a mechanical pencil would fall out.
No.
Oh shoot, our school was fiending for that money. Yeah,
Oh.
we had. Wow, I wonder if they
They're
made
trying.
money off of that.
They probably did, bro.
Oh goodness.
Ooh, they
My number
stealing.
one, my number one is .5 gel pens.
Oh my
Now,
lord.
these are the most smooth things to write with because I think it has a ball at the tip of it and it's .5. It's like, oh man. And
Wow.
honorary mention to the old style ink pens where you'll dab it in ink and then scribble across the page
What
because
have you ever used that, bro? What
when
have
you're
you ever?
writing, the way it scratches into the paper, it just sounds very satisfying. But
It
my
is
number one is
satisfying to
.5.
watch.
Yes, it is. .5 gel pens. That's my number.
And guys, we didn't go over these lists, with each other. We just did our own list, and we kind of matched, surprisingly at the
Oh,
end.
for real?
Yeah, my number 1 is gel pens.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Gel
They're the
pens
best.
feel good, and it look good. It feel good to write with
Yes.
it, and it look good on paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch this channel where he would cook and he says, it tastes good, it looks good. Blah, blah, this recipe. And the way you just said that reminded me of him. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's what number 5, man.
Hey guys, thank you guys for listening, man. Drop your top 5 school utensils down in the comments below or wherever you can comment. Thank you for listening on the audio platform, YouTube. Don't forget to email us if you have any questions or if you have anything for us to know. Drop it down. If you have sponsors for us, drop it in our email, holyduo2020@gmail.com. That's where you can reach us. And on Instagram, it's holyduo2020. All the links are down below on the YouTube description, so check that out, and also on the audio platform description as well. So do all that good stuff. D, you have anything else?
I don't have anything else to say, man. It's pretty much it. Again, just reminding you guys, we're just two guys having conversations about stuff. You guys do this with your friends all the time. You do this with your family all the time. So we're just doing it. You just see us do it. So if you have something else to say, if you have an opinion that we didn't touch on, a perspective that we touch on, please drop it down. We'll be more than happy to, talk about it, touch on it. But with that being said, we're done today.
Hey, we're only holy
because he is, man. And faith don't come expensive. Always remember,
is free.
Peace.
Yeah.